Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today I will be explaining why I can't personally live without tea. Now, it's a pretty weird thing to say that you cannot live without tea, because usually people can't live without something that's, addicting, right? Like coffee perhaps, which is less addicting, maybe something more like cigarettes. But I personally can't live without tea. Now, obviously, it's not because it's addicting. Now, I will be honest, I did try and not drink tea for like a week and I could not do it. Not because I got like withdrawal or something like that, which is doesn't happen with tea, but simply because my life was like 50% bleaker without it. Like it was gray, and I drink black tea. I drink Earl Grey. The brand I drink is what was it called? I forgot what was it called. It was the Ahmad Tea, Earl Grey, loose leaf, uh, brand tea. Yeah, whatever. I drink that. The way I make my tea is I have a pretty big teacup, right? So I put a teaspoon of loose leaf Earl Grey in the cup. Then I put my kettle on, which, yes, you need to use a kettle. You need to have a kettle. If any Americans are watching this and you don't have a kettle and you want to drink tea or something like that, get a kettle. Other than that, kettles are pretty much useless, right? But for tea, they're perfect. Then I wait for the kettle to boil, and immediately as it starts boiling, I pour in 2/3 of hot water, hot boiling 100 degrees Celsius water into the teacup on the leaves, and I properly stir it, right? So the leaves they don't stay afloat because I stirred them, and then I let it steep for about 3 minutes, I would say, right? And when those 3 minutes are up, I pour in some cold water or room temperature water, whatever is best, or I have at hand, and then I drink it. Right, that's how I make my perfect cup of tea. Now, I started drinking tea like what, like 3 years ago, right? At first, it was like very like rare. I used to drink a lot of tea at my dad's place because my dad is also quite a tea aficionado, I would say. So I used to always drink black tea there, and I always loved it, right? But I never got home and drank it because guess what? At my home, uh, long story, but my dad lives in a different place, whatever. Um, we have Lipton tea. We had Lipton tea. Now that's changed. And this there's just this thing that Lipton tea is just bad. Any tea that is in a tea bag is bad, and I can stipulate this. I did kind of an experiment with this, right? So I bought. There's a really good reputable tea brand, which is Twinnings Tea, and they sell Earl Grey tea. I bought the tea bags uh, of Earl Grey from the Twinnings brand, right? I made that tea, and it was okay. Then I bought their loose leaf tea, which they also sell in a little tin, which I still use. Um, and that tea was like 50% better. Can you imagine, like, actual 50% better tea? Just because it was not in a tea bag. I mean, there's obviously reasons for that because tea from tea bags is just the scrapes and scraps from the factory floor. As loose leaf tea is the prime thing they make, right? That's kind of the premium product, and it's not even that much more expensive, right? It's pretty okay for what you get. It's not like it's not expensive, right? Tea, it's especially I think in Europe, it's okay. So that's that. So that's kind of my history on tea, which tea I prefer, which tea I drink, and now I kind of want to move on to why, right? I mean, why does a person cannot live without tea? Because it's, I mean, I understand there's that British stereotype where yeah, it's the British, they can't live without tea, which I don't know if that's true because that's probably just a stereotype that, maybe most Brits drink tea, but I don't know. I'm very fanatic about it, right? I'm not from Britain, by the way. I'm not. If you couldn't tell from my accent, right? But that, yeah. Now the reason I drink tea is because whenever I drink Earl Grey tea, it elevates any experience. Like, let's say, obviously, if you're reading a book, you have to have tea. That's just a classic example. I'm not going to use that. Let's say you're gonna watch a movie, or you're gonna go do something. You're gonna work on something. If you do that without tea, right, without a hot, cool beverage, that experience will be okay. Now, you add tea into that equation, and that experience has just become, I would say, 50% better. At least that's what it's like for me, right? Tea just it just completely overhauls it just makes everything much more cozy, right? It's like the cozy drink. The thing with coffee is that I know a lot of people have this exact thing with coffee, but for me, coffee is kind of mid, right? I mean, I drink it, occasionally. It's okay. It's not the best. For a brief period, I was like, oh, hey, coffee. I want to drink more of it, and then I realized, hey, I don't want to do that because it's first of all, coffee is bitter, right? Coffee is obviously, if you make it right, it's not gonna be as bitter and bad. It depends on coffee, right? Just like tea, those Lipton tea bags, whew, that stuff is bitter and flat. Trust me. Uh, but uh, but yeah, but coffee, it's I don't know. For me, I cannot. Right. I would much rather drink a cup of tea. I find a cup of tea much better. Even though I make my tea quite strong. Actually, I think George Orwell, which if you don't know is an English author and writer who wrote 1984, one of the whoa, and nope, I don't want to fight a legendary Deathclaw. No, thank you. Or maybe do I? I mean, this is a video about tea, right? All right, let's see. Where's it? I need a good gun. All right, F5. All right, this is a video about tea, and that's why we're fighting Deathclaws because tea is on top. This Deathclaw just don't realize it. Oh man, actually did quite a considerable amount. Whoa, die! Excuse me, please. Would you like to die? I know my aim is so bad right now. Oh my god. No. Where's he going? Where are you going, Deathclaw? Yo, it's the suicidal guy. Nuke. Get nuked. Okay. I'm out of ammo. Great. That's not gonna be good. Sorry, guys, about the distraction, but I gotta fight here. Whoa, and I'm not doing any damage. No. No. Oh, fuck. No. God damn it, just no. My AP. No. Oh, let's get in here. Oh, we should be safe here. I should be okay. Who's we? I should be okay. Alright, let's see. It's Kellogg's. Or it looks like a Kellogg's pistol. Alright. Let's see. Where's it? Where's that? Where's that? Do you want tea? Yeah, I'm like Boris Johnson, that one meme. Do you want a cup of tea, Mr. Deathclaw? Do you want a cup of tea? I can offer a cup of tea. Actually, funnily enough, there is no tea in Fallout. Which you would expect there to be, right? Because it's Fallout, but... Okay, cool. Alright, that was cool. This gun is pretty good, actually. Very powerful, very spontaneous. I like it. Anyhow, I was talking about tea. What was I even talking about? I totally forgot. Yeah, so basically Lipton tea bags, they taste flat. I cannot. I tried switching, at least trying out coffee. I mean, I can drink a bit of coffee. That's as much as I will go for. Right? But, yeah. So, basically, I cannot, like, I tried to quit tea, right? I mean, not quit, but basically, I don't like, I'm very lazy, right? So I ran out of tea. All right. I ran out of tea and I did not have any tea for like 3 days. And I was still drinking tea, but I was drinking like chamomile, some herbal nonsense. I even tried to think like one of those bags of black tea that, I had laying around, which was quite honestly just so mid. I mean, goddamn. So I didn't have any tea. And then I bought myself, after like 3 or 4 days of misery, some nice Earl Grey Ahmad Tea brand. And man, that sip, the first sip I took, I was like, oh my, like I had been healed. I had been deprived of like my lifeline. I mean, I know that sounds like an addiction, right? But there's sometimes just things that are, oh nope, goodbye. Sometimes you discover a thing that are just so good. You know, you discover the fountain of youth, right? And I mean, what do? You discover the fountain of youth. Like sometimes something is just so good that you just can't like quit it. I would say it's not an addiction, right? For example, sugar. Yeah, sugar is bad for you, but like black tea, I don't know. Never heard anybody say that black tea is like real bad. You know. I mean, what is that? Never seen a white one. Albino. Well, I mean, albino dead. All right, let's see. What's that? Albino dead. Okay, we got me. We went hunting, right? So yeah, so I realized, like, yeah, I've been drinking tea for like 3 years and quit. I mean, obviously, I could stop drinking it, you know, like I'm not addicted or anything, but I think that more people should just drink black tea, right? Because black tea, it's just tasty, man. It's good. It's good for you, right? It's cozy. It's not unhealthy. I mean, it's not terribly healthy, right? It's not like eating a friggin' vegetable. But it's great, right? It boosts brain health. I think. I mean, it has like it has half the caffeine content of coffee. So I think even for people who drink too much coffee, black tea is just a perfect alternative, right? 'Cause it provides still a bit of caffeine, but not too much, right? It's quite perfect, honestly. So yeah, that's. I just literally ranted for like 12 minutes about why I love tea so much, and why I can't stop drinking it because I don't know. I've just been living my life, and I speak to people, and I'm like, you don't drink tea on a daily basis, and they're like, no, once a year. I'm like, god damn, how these people live, right? Like, how can you live without tea? God damn. But yeah, that's about it for me about tea. So yeah, I don't know. If you enjoyed the video, I suppose leave a like, subscribe, comment. Tell me in the comments what you. Oh hell no! What is this? What is this scam? Tell me in the comments what you thought. Wow, it's no damage. Cause I'll list some feedback. Tell me about your tea. Prefer no tea choices, tea preferred teas. Well, that's the word. Preferred teas, stuff like that. But yeah. Uh, I guess I left out the part that I cannot live without black tea, cause like I don't know, it just elevates life, right? It's just too good. Yeah, I suppose that's it. Yeah, thank you a lot for watching. And goodbye. See you. I suppose. What is this? What is this scam? See you next time.